walk as the board gets owned. Welcome to Dad's Drafts, your new homegrown.
Hello people and welcome to a very special episode of Dad's Drafts. Now as you can see, you can actually do a sealed Edge of Eternities play and maybe win 1 or 2 booster boxes. I don't expect to, but we're going to try and at least compete in this. Now a large part depends on what you open, but of course there's also a very big part that depends on my playstyle, and also another one just commons and uncommons. Let's see what we get to work with. I'm going to walk you through the steps how I make a deck. And if you like what I do, as always, feel free to click some of those buttons. And if you don't, then also please do let me know, because I am open to feedback. If you see me do any silly plays or bad building, then please do let me know. Okay, well, I am not displeased. There's an Ouroboroid, Ouroboroid, I guess. I think it's one of the best cards with win rate. And we have a Hellkite, which is also one of the highest win rate cards. Now, if we do get decent red and green commons and uncommons, some removal, I think it could work. I don't think this Dominion bracelet is good to play. You equip it to a creature, and it has 15 X on the Dominion place you control. Target opponent during the next turn, ability costs X. Less to activate, where X is the creature's power activated only as a sorcery. So, but this is interesting. Let's see what we get. Red-green being interested. Let's see what we have with the red-green parts. Can I make this any bigger? Yeah, I can. So, red-green is decent. We have a Nebula Dragon and of course the Hellkite. Some artifact stuff, but no removal in red it seems. There's a Edge Rover. Of course the Ouroboroid. We have 2 worms and a Colossus, and we have the Burst, which is interesting. We have a Tanuk, which especially is good if you can have multiple landfall triggers. And we have the Biomechan Engineer, which is also a very good card. Okay, so that's it for blue and green. Red and green. Let's just check what uncommons I have. Because I think those are also important. We have a Psionicist, which is decent. Tractor Beam is good removal. White is okay with the Alphate Stalker. Not many black cards. Delicacy is very good, and of course the Circuit Feeder is as well. We have a Monitor, Zervon Dam, and those 2. Okay. Now I'm going to see if we have any lands. So no multicolored lands, unfortunately. And artifacts, we have the Sweeper and the Dawnsire, which is okay if you have big things to crew this up with, station it. But 2 Sweepers is also okay. Multicolored cards, as I said, it's pretty much all over the place. I'm thinking that maybe we can go 3 colors with the Tanuk and the Biomechan Engineer. But let me also check what we have in black. 1 Virus Beetle, Delicacy of course, mono is Graph Kill. Okay, so black does have good, decent removal, but it doesn't beat the green rare. Now it is unfortunate that we have double rare. Double colored rares, so we have to be into green heavily for this to be playable. Now the question is, do we go blue with green or do we go red with green? 2 Cryo Shatters, which is very good. Okay, and Mechanozoa, yeah, blue seems probably even better than red. Mechan is okay, of course we have the Hellkite, but we could splash for that. A Nebula Dragon. So I'm just going to start building here. I'm going to put in the Hellkite because it's an absolute beast. And maybe not the Tanuk, because it's a 3-drop. And now we'll just go for blue-green and see what we have. We have 2 Cryo Shatters, which is good. I would like a Disaster, or at least Divert Disaster. Psychonis is very good. Tractor Beam is just a control spell. Mechan is very good. Edge Rover in green is amazing. What, 2 Edge Rovers? Oh well, that is something that makes it much easier for us to splash. 2 Worms, which is great. We could play the Engineer. There's a Burst, which I would play. Agrarian is very good. Colossus is good if you have if you go into multiple lands things, like 3 colors maybe. Infiltrator is okay, but I'm not sure if you will do many of the cast multiple spells thing. But with 2 Edge Rovers, I think splashing red is actually not that bad. Now, of course, the Emissary is only good if you have expensive artifacts, which we have some of. Sentinel is very good with the artifact thing, which I will probably play. Okay, well, I think this is at least becoming to look like something serious. We do need more creatures, though. I'm not sure if the Colossus is... It is doable. We don't have any kind of... Okay, at 1 mana of any color, spend this mana only to cast artifact spells or activate abilities of artifacts. Well, the things we're splashing are not artifacts, so I don't think that's really worth it. This one is also not worth playing, I think. Because we're splashing red and we don't have a load of artifacts. Ouroboroid. Maybe we could main board the Shattered Wings at the beginning of combat. On your turn, put a on each creature you control. What each is this creature's power. Yeah. Sentinel is also decent. Edge Rover. Is there anything that I don't want to play? I like the Burst. I like the Engineer as well. It helps also with the fixing. Well, I think this is about it, but we do have to do 1 cut. I think it has to be the Infiltrator. So when it comes to removal, we have 2 Cryo Shatters and a Tractor Beam. And of course we have the sweepers to get to our decent stuff. Mechanum will probably trigger on the sweeper or maybe on a lander token. But of course we want to get to the Ouroboroid as quickly as possible. Now, is there anything that I'm missing out on? I'm not going to play this nor the Dominion Bracelets. The only things that I'm really missing out on is the black removal cards. For instance, Depressurize, Delicacy, Graph Kill. But I'm just not going to splash for that. So I think this is going to be the deck that has to do it. And we'll just see how it goes. You play until 2 losses, so not actually 3, so it might be over very quickly. Or it might not. I'm just going to try my best, and you know, I have my provisions, I have a cup of tea, I have a glass of beer also. Okay, so no blue, which is unfortunate. We do have the Hellkite. I don't think we can keep this, because we have nothing to do until turn... Well, we actually have nothing to do, so I have to mulligan this, which is unfortunate. And now we don't have any green. We have 7 green. I'm going to keep this. I think I'll get rid of the Burst. But we're going to need a forest. Okay, well that will hopefully help getting us to the forest. And if it does, this worm will quickly be able to crew up the sweeper. Okay, so I don't want either of those. Nothing to do, unfortunately. So I would like to draw a counter spell. Or maybe a forest. But this, of course... Okay, there's not a sweeper. Definitely playing that now. Please get me to my green source. Okay, I'll keep the Hellkite. Next turn we can kill the Navigator and crew up the Sweeper. Yeah, when it enters, so yeah. It's not amazing, but at least it's something. I'm just going to kill the Navigator. I'm not going to attack for 4. There's no point. I'm just going to make a 2/2 that can jump for a while. Don't really care about 2 damage, actually. I'm just going to do both of these. Unfortunately, still in need of... Oh, he has his own. Oh my goodness. We have nothing against that, actually. We can play the Hellkite, but that doesn't really do it. So I think we have to get ourselves to an answer here. So let's see if we can maybe find the Cryo Shatter that we have. Yeah, I'll just bump the Flyer. That's not a Cryo Shatter. Yeah, this is going to go wrong very quickly. If we find a Cryo Shatter, or if we had found the Cryo Shatter, we could maybe still get there. But this is going to be very painful. Ah, man, yeah. Well, I'm just going to concede. We drew like more than half of our islands, and we drew 0 of the green sources. And I saw none actually during the whole, even during the first hand. So this is not a good start. Let's hope that we can turn this around, otherwise it's going to be a very short and sad video. Which of course, the odds of that happening are there, but this was just bad luck. I mean, we have all the off colors, but none of the main colors. Okay, so this is good. Have to keep the Cryo Shatter for something big. And hopefully the Sweeper will get us to the red source, of course. But of course, the chances of winning like 5 or 6 in a row are very slim. So, a Sweeper for the mountain, it will be. Hellkite being very good against the Might. I don't think it will be Hellkite anytime soon. I might have to use the Divert Disaster to get a lander token, so make him just pay 2 more. But that won't be until next turn. Okay. That is good to know. Now I wished I had taken the Divert Disaster first. Not going to Cryo Shatter the 1/1. Also, this of course is not a great target to Cryo Shatter. Okay, so now we're going to keep up the counter spell for Hal something. Let's find some lands. I don't think the Psychonicist is something that we need at the moment, so we'll just do that. I'm going to do it like this. Keep up the burst and the divert disaster, pretty much. And then hopefully I can put some pressure, but it's not looking great so far. Okay, so I'm going to counter that one. Now we might be able to put a lot of pressure. Burst and Cryo Shatter. I think it's best to just attack with both. Untap the Sweeper. And do this. 3 colors so far not working out great, which was to be expected, of course. But I think with just, well, maybe just blue-green is good enough, I'm not sure. Okay, so he's going to put the Scoutlander into action. I'm going to keep up the burst for when he attacks with something else. Man, that is unfortunate. I think the Crasher will probably do more damage. That is interesting. I think he, would he want the Void trigger or something? I'm not sure why you would do that actually. So if I win this, maybe I'll just go blue-green. So far this card has been, it is a very good card, but in this deck it's just not working. So maybe going 3 colors with no fixing or too little fixing is just too risky. Okay, so that is decent. I think we'll just go to I want to attack with the Sentinel, of course. And I want to use the burst on that. I don't think I want to attack with the Sweeper. So okay, so that could get us to our red source. I think I'm fine trading this if it actually happens. Okay, so now I'm going to burst. Because I will have more creatures, he will get 4 damage. And with the Engineer and the token that we get, we can actually find the red source. And we have a flying thing. No need to play the Tractor Beam at the moment, I think. Is there any use to untapping a land? I think there's no use to untapping a creature, so let's just do it like this. Okay, well of course we're going to kill the Halia. We're going to end the turn. Now if he top decks a board wipe, I think we still win. We could steal the creature. Mountain. So I think we should just win here. We go Tractor Beam, we have 3 left. We'll steal his 3/4. Warp the Hellkite. And we should get there. Okay. Good game. So eventually the Hellkite did it. Now I'm just going to check my sideboard, or at least the rest of my cards, simply to know if I can just do it with blue-green, it would be more stable. So all I'm doing now is the Tanook and the Hellkite. We have a modulation. Scowl for Scrap's not very good in our deck. Weft. I think we should just get rid of the... I think like this. It feels bad to not play the Hellkite, but I think we have to. So I should have done that probably before that. Do I mainboard the Shattered Wings? I think I can do one. And I'm going to put in a creature, which is going to be the Infiltrator. The reason is I'm a bit low on just really kill removal. And there's so many enchantments and artifacts and things in this set that I believe that, or creatures with flying, which could be a problem. Okay, let's see how this goes. Okay, this is looking pretty decent. If the opponent doesn't curve out too well, maybe we can get Infiltrator on with Cryo Shatter and then just get some card advantage. But any cheap spell at the moment would be good together to with the Infiltrator. Emissary is decent. We have a Mechan. Now, if he doesn't have a 3-drop, I think we can really go the distance here. And if I play this without sacrificing anything, I could attack for 4. But I don't think we are in a position to be aggressive here. Drawing many lands. I'll just go Infiltrator and pass. Could also just sacrifice the Escort. We don't have tons of artifacts to make it amazing. We have 2 Edge Rovers and I've seen none of them, unfortunately. They would be very good for us with the Mechan. And as it is now, we cannot double spell to draw a card, unfortunately. Okay, well, he probably should have attacked first. There's a Sweeper, which is pretty decent, but our card advantage is gone. I don't want to Cryo Shatter that one. Mechanazoa is very good. This means that next turn we could attack for more. And I'm just going to attack for... He cannot do anything. We can either deal 2 or we can have crew the Sweeper or keep the Escort behind. I'm just going to keep the Escort behind. I don't think there's any reason to. Next turn we can go Mechanazoa, put a stun counter, go for the Sweeper and attack for 6, which should be good. And if he plays anything else big, we can also put a Cryo Shatter on it. Okay, so nutrient block from the opponents. He seems to be stuck on lands. Okay, so now I think we can go ham. No reason to Cryo Shatter these Scrap Pockets. Check for 8, which is big. Next turn we can go Mechanozoa again, put a stun counter on something else that he has. Of course he could draw a card and gain some life. But we can deal 8 again next turn. Unless he plays a lot of blockers or he removes the escort. So far it's looking good, but I wouldn't be surprised that they have annoying things. Okay, so that's no board presence. I'm just going to assume that he's going to sacrifice the block or the relic to keep the escort tapped. We don't have anything to sacrifice with the Mechan, unfortunately. Top deck and an Edge Rover here would be great. I just hope he sacrifices the nutrient block here, but I don't expect he will. Or play a silly creature, which I also don't expect he will. Okay, that is a good card. So we have a big worm, which is lovely. I think Mechanozoa is still the best play here. Just keep his blocker tapped. Since he's also tapped out with blue mana. Should always assume that he has some kind of counterspell. But we have a lot of follow-up plays. If he plays a creature, I'm just going to Cryo Shatter it anyway. And I assume he's going to use the relic on the Mechanozoa after attacking. I just need to make sure that I'm not going to be too hasty. Because he plays so many things. Okay, so we can just attack for 7 here. Wow. Could even attack for 8. Potentially. I think it's best to just keep his creature tapped. And play a worm. Now he could just warp in the big 9/9 if he has it, and then crew up one of the things, but we still have lethal. Especially with this Mechan, because if he plays only ground creatures, we can still play the Mechan, sacrifice itself, put the counter on the sweeper. I'm kind of surprised that he didn't pop the relic sooner. He is of course at 6. Okay, I'm not sure why he would surrender like that. He could still have lived the turn. You never know what you draw. He could have drawn 2 cards there actually, with 3 life gain. Okay, well, I'll take it, but... Okay, let's at least hope to get one more win. I mean, the first loss was just unfortunate, and also I think my own mistake. I think the Hellkite trapped me. Let's keep this going. So far, much better. Yeah, we've got ramp, we have curve. All we need to find is some 3 or 4 or 5 mana creatures and not mess up, of course. Okay. So I think we want to filter our deck as quickly as possible. Okay. At least 3 creatures from the opponent. We can attack with everything. And we don't draw what we need, but it's not a bad draw. I'm going to sacrifice the lander. I know I could get more value with the Agrarian. But I don't really care that much, so I'll just get a blue source, play another forest. We've also not seen our rare, by the way, our mythic. Oh wait, what do you do? When land you control enters, put up some counter on this creature, yeah. So, let's just start jamming here a little bit. With the Edge Rover, I think. I was going to Cryo Shatter the 3-1. But I think I want to keep the Cryo Shatter up for the big worm that's coming on turn 5. Oh, this is looking very good for us. We are drawing a lot of lands, by the way. I was going to crack these anyway. And now our deck should be thoroughly filtered. We can put a enchantment on whatever he plays, probably the big worm. And then we could do the... Oh, that is juicy. Also interesting, by the way, which means he's probably going to chump with the color. Whenever you attack. I think he has something. What can he have? Something with indestructible? I don't think there's a death touch thing. I think I want to try and keep his board empty, that's pretty much all. He has to block here, otherwise he's dead. Okay, well this is looking very good for us. If he just plays the worm, it's pretty much over. Could have a board wipe. This can be 10 next turn, but we don't have anything to attack with. That is unfortunate. There goes our big dude. Now I would like to draw the card that lets us destroy target enchantment or something like that. Man, we have so many lands. You should say that there's some action here. Okay, it is something. It's not amazing. Is Sentinel good enough? Untap another target permanent, so it can crew for 3. Yeah, I don't think I need that actually. We need some mana sinks here. But that Banishing Light was very good. Would like to draw something big, like the Mechanozoa or one of the 2 worms that we have. I think I have to Cryo Shatter that one. Oh. Does he have anything else even? burst is exactly not what we need. Oh man, we have so many creatures, but we're not drawing them. Yeah, this is very unfortunate. I would love to win this, but I'm going to need some crazy top decks here. Counterspell would have been great too. Oh my god. This is just typical MTG arena stuff. I was very, very salty last game. I mean, of course, it's a chance, but we have, what is it? 13 lands, so there's 3 left in these 19 cards. And we're just... He's drawing action and we're drawing nothing. I don't think there's anything here that can actually save us for the last hit point. Well, man. Well, I guess that's it. Very unfortunate, I must admit. I think the deck had everything. We had a rare, we had big stuff that we could play. We had small stuff, we had some some counter spells and some crowd control. But you know, the last game was just typical. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you like what I did. If you did, feel free to click some of those buttons. And I hope to see you the next time, whenever that will be. Peace.
Grab the card, shuffle dreams in the palms. Dad's drafts roll heavy, we bombing like psalms. Stacks on the table, strategies to flex. Running these lines like counterspell checks. Dad drafts in the zone, pulling rares from the throne. Mana on the stack, magic seeds we've sown. From poppers to planeswalkers, the board gets owned. Welcome to Dad's drafts, your new homegrown. Welcome to Dad's drafts, your new homegrown.